The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're... Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Guys, not sure how I feel about this episode. I absolutely am going to show it though. We encountered some struggle in the last match, and there's some interesting stuff going on. My opponent placed 4 Galactic Legends in that front zone and General Skywalker, all of that stuff, and it was a pretty interesting thing. I happened to have 4 Galactic Legends on offense because I had an inkling of what they might do. So I don't know. There are struggles. There are absolutely struggles. So we're gonna get through it in the way that we always do. We're gonna try to theorycraft our way out of them and see if we can find a way through. So this opponent is a very skilled player. He's from KA, and throughout the match there were people from that guild who came and decided to troll me. That was fun. We banned them and everything. I'm actually not going to show you guys the live stuff. I'm going to be doing I'm just going to do a voiceover. And one thing I should point out to guys, I am actually, I'll if you want to watch it on Twitch, that's fine. There's a link in the video description. That'll be around for a month or so because I'm partner. They let me have it there for a little longer than the affiliates. But that being said, if you are watching this later and you want to see the full live stream, I'm going to start doing this. If you, I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do. You can see the little join button somewhere on the screen here in front of you, at least if you're on the PC. I think it works on mobile as well. If you do the join thing, I think it's just the basic package. I only have one thing set up right now. I'm going to be starting, I'm going to import all of my full Twitch matches. If you want to see the full stream, then you have that option that'll be available to members only. So, I mean, hit that join button, I guess. I mean, it does cost money, so it's not for everyone, obviously. But if that's something you're interested in, you want to see my live reactions and everything, that's probably the way to go. So, that being said, folks, let me do another thing. Thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for everything, all the theory crafting I can do. Well, not that I theory craft, but all of the testing that I do, all of that stuff is because of you. Your support has meant the world to me. All of the different things that help me, the production value stuff, it's all you guys. So thank you so much. You're the real MVPs, some of you. No, I mean, some of you aren't, I guess, but I don't know what I'm saying. Let's actually get to the fighting, folks. This is a tough match. Let's do it. Okay, so as you can see, facing Cobra Khan. Now on the top right, it's kind of hard to see right now. You can see the number of people watching on Twitch increase or decrease. That's a new feature, kind of. I'm gonna start doing that on all of my streams, so you guys can see as people draw interest and everything. Basically a dude named Xaereth. He used to be my guildmate, and so right away I want to show you guys the defense he sets. So on the bottom part, you can see Supreme Leader Kylo, General Skywalker with Rex and Fives, which is the tougher combo. He's got Jedi Master Luke with Ki-Adi-Mundi, General Kenobi. And I thought that I pushed play here. Sorry, we're going to take just a minute. Then on the bottom below that is Rey with Cat, which is a tough comp. It's very tough. And stuff. So, anyways, my opponent, I did place kind of a trap. Hold on, every time I push spacebar, it's not pausing for me. It's not okay. So I did kind of set a trap. Let's go back here for just 1 second. We're too far. I apologize. Okay, here we are. So, we've got... I did put kind of a trap. I thought that my Commander Luke team would be able to get a hold or two on him, and they did. I put the Resistance heroes in the front there just to make it so that my opponent wouldn't want to use their troopers on my Commander Luke and wanted them to use Jedi Training Ray and stuff. So I don't know what they used exactly. Anyways, we've got to start taking down this Galactic Legend Zone. And so you guys have seen this a few times. We're using Supreme Leader Kylo with Zombie Cheese. And so all that entails is just hanging out and letting them pummel Zombie forever, even when they can target someone else. And Acolyte's just hanging out in the corner here with stealth. There's no AoEs available to them, so they can't actually hurt me. And the scary part is with Snips here, sometimes she's not part of, like, I wouldn't call it a bug exactly, but the AI is scripted to just, for whatever reason, hit Zombie over and over again as long as Zombie has taunt. And since you have advantage from Kylo, or at least it keeps usually he keeps that advantage up. You can see that she doesn't have advantage currently, but once you do have that courage or that advantage on her, then she just taunts forever. And the only thing that's different about so they only hit the one that's taunting, except for Snips, who for some reason, like I said, doesn't. She sometimes decides she wants to hit Supreme Leader Kylo because if she has high ground, she can choose to do that. And I'm not doing a great job of keeping advantage on Zombie though. For whatever reason, it just keeps coming off. So do that AoE, keep it on there, and then because General Kenobi's on the team, I wasn't actually able to stun Snips until I got rid of him. And yeah, so anyways, we finally got rid of them. We can pop our ult and we're good to go. I don't know why I did that. I probably should have just done the poke to dispel and all that, but I think it's because I wanted advantage there. It can get a little dicey. It kind of felt scary sometimes. They were hitting Kylo. I'm like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do it. All right, so we got 50. Good start. Now we only have 3 more Galactic Legends to go. So we're going to use General Kenobi with Cat here, because Supreme Leader Kylo on defense these days, especially without having your own Kylo, without having, I don't know what I'm saying, without having Thrawn be able to do anything, it can be a little dicey. So here's what I was thinking. I put Mace here. I was pretty sure he was just gonna die soon. I was trying to debate, should I put damage immunity on Mace so that he can ward off damage, but I decided getting an immediate kill with Cat was probably going to be a little bit more beneficial to me. And if Mace wanted to keel over, I guess who was I to stop him from that? I don't really care. So take out whoever the other ad was. They died right away. Not gonna work here anymore anyways. And now we just gotta take out Kylo. It's not too bad. It's not too bad, folks. Just you have so much bonus protection and everything. You can typically just get out of this fight with a 51 if you do it. I wasn't sure. I never really tried this in 3s. In 5s, I mean, this is a walkthrough. It's pretty easy, but obviously a little different, especially when you don't have General Kenobi with you. Now, Raycat, we gotta take Raycat out next, and I've practiced this a lot. I did a video on it, on whether or not Ray can win the mirror match here. So I've done this a lot of times. The thing I wasn't counting on was their Ray is really well modded, and so is their Cat, and L3 isn't bad either. And so we're just trying to, the whole premise of this, guys, is Scared Rebel Pathfinder just hangs out, and eventually Cat is going to get her big hit off, her ultimate, whatever, insta-kill. And because Scared Rebel Pathfinder will have the buff on him, he will just revive immediately. So it's pretty cool. You can see that Ray had very little turn meter there, so we were gonna lap her anyways, so we took another turn, and there we go. We pop ult. She does her AoE, her ultimate, which is a hugely crazy damage thing under Cat, and it didn't actually hurt us that much, so it wasn't that bad. And so yeah, there was an opportunity there. The problem is we're not getting any whirlwinds off. At this point, usually I've gotten at least one whirlwind off. I was like, alright, let's take our opportunity. I hit L3. I probably could have hit their cat, actually. L3 wasn't taunting. I don't know which one I should have hit, to be honest. But we're just hanging out here. Once again, she popped her ultimate. And so I had to figure it out. Like, okay, do we pop our ultimate now? Look at her turn meter. I have no idea. Not sure. People say better safe than sorry. But the problem is, if you pop it at the wrong time and she hits you, like she'll hit you if you don't have the right, if you don't hit the right thing. So you can see she did a whirlwind, killed Xaereth Rebel Pathfinder. So we're already kind of not doing great, but we got to keep going. Only have 2.5 minutes left, and we're not really doing that great here, folks, if we're just being honest. So, gotta kill L3. Still wasn't able to kill L3 because my opponent had a really well modded Rey, where she's getting a ton of health and she's also got a ton of offense. Cat is giving her a ton of offense. This really inspired me to get better offense, or better modding on my Rey. I just kind of have lazy modding, for being honest. So, do another AoE. Still haven't killed L3 here. We gotta use Master's Training here. Still didn't kill L3. I don't know what the deal is. Like, that I probably should have killed her. But not doing great, guys. We don't have much health left. If I could have taken out Cat here, I would have, but I didn't. So I didn't. So we're just gotta keep moving. Gotta keep going. Not looking great though. Hoda got a heal in. That felt good. And now I don't have access to my ult yet, and I'm not going to. I thought I would. Normally you do, but yeah, all you can do is, okay, we lived, yes, okay, barely lived. We have 50 seconds left. Can we do anything? I'd use the Master's Training to hide Hoda so that he doesn't just get sliced. In retrospect, I think that was foolish, because now Rey can just do a whirlwind and kill me. Instead, if she had done that on Hoda, maybe I would have lived and been able to fight a little bit more. So, hold on, we're in a pretty tricky situation here, guys. Let's, poor old Akbar just gets to, it's kind of an awesome shot, actually. I'm glad that happened. He's not, but that's okay. So, here's the thing, folks. I needed to see, I was like, alright, things are already going bad. I need to see what her health and protection bar is like, because Cat obviously has, she gives her 50% extra health, right? And so, you don't want, I wanted to see if my Han and Chewie, with a good attacking lead, was going to be able to just finish her off, and I wanted to see what happened to her health bar. And so I put in a team that wasn't, like, they're not characters I usually use anyways, but I wanted to send them in so I could see her health and protection, but I don't have a way to just force close on my app, so, or on my emulator. And so what I'm doing here is I'm allowing her to hit me and kill some of my characters, but then I can close out. And I mean, we're dropping 10 banners, but that way I'm not going to waste Han and Chewie in theory. So she ended up with quite a bit. I mean, Han and Chewie would be able to shoot and do everything, and so everyone lived, or at least we lived long enough. Now the question is, okay, so she's got the yellow, she's got some protection, and can we take her out with Wedge Honshu? And that was, I debated this for a long time, and in the end we didn't really get that close, not at all. And gosh, I was kicking myself. And then did you see that she just in one shot killed Chewie? And that's a Relic 7 Chewie with really good, like, all 6E modding. Really well modded. Just dead. And after a long time of thinking about it, I can't do anything. Any damage I did to her was just going to screw me over. Like, we just weren't going to be able to do anything. Unfortunately. So you can see here, I'm trying to debate, what do I want to do? What do I want to do here? How can I finish Rey off with Cat? Like, it's already looking fiasco-ish. We're out of Galactic Legends, except for one. We have Sith Eternal, but I need something that can kill that Jedi Master Luke as well, and something that can kill General Skywalker. I was gonna originally use Han and Chewie to kill General Skywalker, which I could have done, but we can't. Got 170 people watching us, you can see on the top right, and so I'm like, man, I think Jedi are my only hope to take out this Rey cat, but I don't think they've got enough damage, so... Oh my gosh, okay, so trying to debate, what formation do I want to use here? Which Jedi do I want to use? Do I want to use Basti so that I can tank some hits a little bit more? But if they hit Revan, can she just like one-shot Revan even through that? Like, you guys saw what she did, what dirty stuff she did to Chewie. So I'm looking at his leadership. If we use leadership, we do direct focus on Rey. It still apparently works to shrink her health pool if we're just hitting, and you can see actually just a minute ago the follow on the top right. My opponent from KA a year ago, who just placed all defense, like tons of defense here, trying to screw me out of getting top 10, and then he ended up doing it. He didn't attack, but he put full defense down. He just started following, so you know, that crew is now here. Anyways, and I should have mentioned, I'm trying for top 10, guys. If you hadn't seen that before, I've had a really good season up till this one, but we're starting to drop a lot of teams here. A lot of really good characters are just gone. Han and Chewie, for no gain, are just gone. So trying to figure out which Jedi I should take, which lead should I take, and then here's the thing, guys. Here's the important part. I had this realization that. Okay, so I was looking grim. I wasn't gonna probably be able to kill this Rey cat. I was pretty sure, and so what I realized though is we can two-shot that Jedi Master Luke, and that's ugly, right? I mean, it's not wonderful. It feels bad, but then we can use Supreme Leader Sith Eternal Emperor. They shouldn't start with the same letter, guys. I'm just saying, but we can use Sith Eternal to finish off the Rey cat, and then we could actually get through. So now we're like, okay, we can use Jedi Revan to kill the two ads on the Jedi Master Luke team, and if we do that, then maybe we have Jedi training Rey. She can finish off Jedi Master Luke. So it's kind of what I was going for. Decided on Basti lead because I didn't want to get debuffed right off the bat. Mark Ki-Adi-Mundi here. Give my own Ki-Adi-Mundi the buff. Give my own Ki-Adi-Mundi the ability to just take him out. Pretty quick and easy. Felt good. And now it's on to try to take this Ayla out. You can see we did ability block, or buff immunity, sorry, on Jedi Master Luke. And for a minute there I was like, oh my gosh. Can we just win? Can we just straight up beat this Jedi Master Luke? And it kind of looks like it. I'll let you guys see. I'm going to get a drink. So, then Jedi Revan died. And then Basti's not looking great. Ki-Adi-Mundi's like, no, I need support, guys. And Revan and Basti are like, we're out. We're not going to help you. May as well just take a little bit more health out of spite, right? So, still, mission successful. We took out the two ads. Now we're gonna super quickly do this Jedi training Rey. I think I put it at 200%, 150% speed, because it takes a little bit of time. I mean, and it's a fairly simple ordeal. So we've got a ton of foresight, so he's gonna miss quite a bit. And we have healing immunity from Jedi training Rey, and every time someone's debuffed, as long as we can do a crit, then we can dispel all those debuffs because of our 2's passive, because of one of his zetas. And meanwhile, we're reducing turn meter, we're trying to get to Illuminated Destiny at some point, keeping all that foresight up, and I don't know, BB-8 is slowly getting chiseled down, and we gotta stop that. It's not necessarily working for us to do that. So eventually I realized, why don't we just put the smoke on Rey? I don't really mind putting the smoke on Rey. We could totally do that. So So eventually we do that. You see, you can look for that, and this is a fairly cheap way to finish off a Galactic Legend. It doesn't feel great the whole time, and as you can see, it's already been 2 minutes, and he's, I don't know, we're making kind of some kind of progress, but it just takes a while. That's what she said. That's what she rarely says. I make myself laugh way more than I should, but I guess laughter is supposedly a good thing. Anyways, you can see I'm smoking Rey, and things are going a lot better because we have that consistent foresight. You can see she hasn't even taken damage yet because foresight is so awesome. And we can burn him. He's a witch. We can give him little love taps with BB-8. He's debuffed to hell. It's a wonderful thing. Take him out. 31 banners. And that was a pretty successful double tap. Granted, we had to use 2 good teams, but now we can use Sith Eternal here. And note that what we're doing here. So this is important, folks. And it comes into play in a big way. So we really want to get the buff from Armor instead of Watt. So Watt and Armor both give you regeneration on protection by 30%, which is fine. That's nice. It's fancy. The issue is... the thing that's way better with Armor, if you can manage it, is Armor gets to, she gives plus 15% extra health to Palpatine, which can be pretty big. My Palpatine's health is, what, 170k, something like that, so an extra 15% is nice, especially against Rey. The other thing that's nice about Armor here, so you can take, as long as you take a tank, this is Gar Saxon, he's technically a tank. If you use a tank with this team, a Darkside one, then when Palpatine uses his Link ability, Gar Saxon then taunts, and that means the Armor is safe for a little bit, and if they manage to hit him down to, like, I think 60%, but not kill him, then Armor just gains an extra stack of Beskar, and then Sith Eternal starts being able to hit back, which is important. You can see how much Rey is just doing on her basic. So we've got 3 stacks of Beskar, put them on Sith Eternal here, and then it's like, okay, let's try to heal Gar Saxon, keep him alive just a little bit longer, and then Rey's like, no, I'll just whirlwind you to death, and I was like, well, damn it all, I guess I'll just deal with that, I'll just take it. Put the Armor Shred on Rey. Now in my testing, if Armor can stay alive long enough to actually hit that ultimate, then you're good to go. But as it stands, guys, Rey has plus 50% offense right now. It is really scary. She's gonna hit her ultimate. I'm not gonna get mine. You can see I'm at 98%. And it is really tense, guys. It's like, I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna hit my ultimate. She's obviously gonna get hers off first, and if she kills me, that's it. And so I'm debating here for a little bit. Should I just do the heal button or what? And then what happened was, I think someone in chat actually said, like, no, just, it was my buddy Solo, he was like, no, just hit the ultimate, because you'll regenerate that 30% protection after the fact because of the Armorer's buff. So, once I realized that, I'm like, okay, absolutely, let's do that, because we need every ounce of health that we can get here, because she's going to hit so hard. So full health, full protection, 179k, and barely survived it. Now that we got Cat out of the way, Rey's not going to hit nearly as hard. She's still gonna, still gonna do some damage to us though. So thank goodness, because I didn't really have much that could take Rey out at this point. But she's hitting me. I'm hitting her back as counterattacks, and she finally goes down. 17 of the most beautiful banners ever. Oh my gosh, so now we've got General Skywalker, and why not? Let's throw a burner in there. Let's get rid of his AoE. So we want 3 of them in there. Here's the thing, folks. So let's pause it. So what happened here was 5s went, Rex went, he gave everyone turn meter. 5s went, 5s killed someone, called General Skywalker to assist. General Skywalker then, and this is why we needed 3 characters, and one of them you can see is my Relic 5 Chuskin, because he's worthless even at Relic 5, but you want someone who can survive the AoE from Skywalker, so that when Skywalker then does his, you want him to do his second ability, because the armor shred ability, because otherwise the next time he goes in, he's going to just do his armor shred ability, and then he'll follow up with the AoE anyways, even though that's on cooldown. And so the whole reason we're sending in a burner is to get rid of all of these initial attacks so that we can actually have some impact right away. And so there you go. He did his armor shred and his AoE. All of them have all of their specials on cooldown now. So now we can throw in Padme, and you can see remember, the buffs or the debuffs, whatever, the nerf that they did to us have not really taken place yet. Sorry, they totally have taken place, and it's scary. So here's where I made a mistake, folks. I was like, ooh, let's just kill 5s. I had some stacks, and turns out he's a high protection 5s. I should have looked at that, but there goes Snips. Skywalker already stood up. I should have just gone for Rex and gone for the multi-shot, because if you kill Rex, then 5 sacrifices, and they still have Rex, but no more 5s to get through. Instead, what we have is me not even getting into, like, I didn't even kill one guy with my whole Padme team. And granted, that wasn't a guarantee, but it wasn't a good result. And I could have killed Rex there, I'm fairly sure. So, okay, so we're using Beskar here. I have Beskar with IG and Queel. I was like, tell you what, he doesn't have much protection left. Maybe I can knock him down. I think I have enough resilience to do that, and then we can just kill Rex real quick. And if we kill Rex, then we should just be good to go. If we do that, we'll be good. And so, so we've got our Whistling Birds, 5s going, and make another mistake here, folks. I didn't pop my Whistling Birds early enough. Oh, and then, look at this. I targeted, oh my gosh. No, that was the mistake. I didn't get the Whistling Birds, but that wasn't really my fault. I was hoping to be able to take out Rex, but then Skywalker stood up. That sucks. But then I kept targeting 5s because I can target who I want. And so I did just a tiny bit of damage. Instead of doing a bunch of damage to his protection, I just did like a tiny dent to 5s, and that was it, and lost that whole team. So now we're trying to this is just going to be me throwing a bunch of mediocre teams. We're trying to knock him over. And so Phasma is great as long as you have her Zeta, because they can't crit as long as I have advantage. You start with advantage. If I can knock Skywalker over, get him close to over, then we're good to go. We can actually, well, theoretically at least, we can knock him over and then have another team go and kill him. And then I spent some on some bad Jedi, or some bad bounty hunters that are relicked, and they didn't knock him over either. They got him closer. Then I sent in my Canderous team. That didn't work. And now this was probably the biggest mistake of the entire match. I decided to use troopers here to try to knock Skywalker over, get some kills, and okay, so punch Skywalker. He hits me back. That's fine. Sits down. And now I have to hit 5s. So can I kill 5s? Not sure. Doesn't really look like it. Doesn't really look like it. I decided to do the AoE, so we killed Rex there. Thank goodness. So 5 sacrifices, and that's the thing is, I needed troopers for other things. Like I was maybe on tilt. I don't know. Someone in chat suggested it. Well, whatever. So here we go. Here's Jin and Chase. They died. And then I was like, well, okay, so we have Poggle, we have a Relic 6 Droideka, Relic 6 Dooku. Let's see what we can do here. So Dooku, they can't resist the stun on Dooku. Ladies can't resist the stun. So Dooku's hitting back, but he's only hitting protection, or hitting health on his counters, so that doesn't work that great. But killed Rex, and then look at that, guys. Look at that. We stunned General Skywalker as he was standing up. And I was like, oh, man, do I have a chance here? Can I just stun lock him forever? And as it turns out, I couldn't. I could not stun lock him forever. I just eventually lost that. So we did kill Rex, though, finally. Thank goodness. And now, here's me trying to get his AoE and armor shred off So we're just got a chain of bad characters. I was like, okay, maybe I need a group to make it happen. Nope. Maybe I need another group to do it. Nope. How can we proc it? Let's send 3 in. No, he's just doing his basic for whatever reason. They're totally off cooldown. So the whole reason I wanted to do that, folks, is because I wanted to use Palpatine here with Probe Droid. It's the trick. So what Palpatine does, he uses his special. We don't want Palpatine on cooldown, though. Like, we want him to be able to use his special right away, because he'll hit everyone on his team's health a little bit, and then Probe Droid can blow up and sacrifice himself on Skywalker. I had checked already. Skywalker was under 100k health, and so Probe Droid went in, took him out, and that was it. So, finally, 16 attacks later, General Skywalker was down. Finally got through that zone, and as it turned out, I needed my troopers to be able to take out his Jedi, or his Darth Revan. So, we're gonna go up top here. My chat was like, we have 186 people watching. My chat was like, can we just have something that's a little less stressful for a little bit? Like, we need a break. So I was like, all right, let's use Mothra. It takes a while to get through this team with Mothra against Grievous, but we can do this. This is pretty standard. So we're going at, I think, 200 speed, guys. At least 150% speed. So it's gonna take less time, but it still takes time. So you guys have seen this a million times. I love this comp. It works really well. I wish all of them went as well as this consistently. But, I mean, here's the thing, folks. They still have GL Nute, which you guys will see in a little bit. I actually made a video about countering that team, but it takes a little bit. They have a good Bossk team. They obviously have this Grievous team. His Darth Revan team was actually, his Gideon was missing one mod, which meant that my Thrawn was actually just a little bit faster than Gideon, so I had some wiggle room, and I still had Malak. I could use Malak on something. Just wasn't sure what I wanted to do yet, so tried to hold all of the teams that we can to be able to get through that Darth Revan team, and of course we had to solve the Nute team. It's just a mess. Like, I've used all my good teams, and I don't set a weak defense. Even this time, when I kept 4 Galactic Legends, it was still not strong. It's still not weak on defense. So, yeah, and not to mention we just squandered a lot of teams, frankly. So, get the promotion on Worthless Guy. Oh, poor old K2 is just taking a beating. I was hoping at this point that Grievous would actually kill him so that we could revive K2. If he did kill K2 and we could revive, then we could get banners back. But as it stands, all right, we've got Traya. He's got Beskar. This is pretty clear cut, unless their Beskar can kill Traya or something like that. So you want to put Isolate on IG, and then pray that his Whistling Birds don't finish Traya off, which they didn't, so that was good. And then other shots don't finish her off, which they didn't, and that was also good. And so now I was like, I don't even know. You have to realize, folks, that probably took me an hour and a half to figure out that front zone. Maybe even longer. It took a really long time to get through that front zone. I was already tired, wiped out. I've had a really stressful life the last couple weeks, just due to real life concerns. Work. You can tell because of the way I said work. But I was pretty stressed at this point. I don't think I'm making the best excuse me, the best decisions. You'll see other evidence of that as well as we march our way through this, our happy selves. So anyways, we got rid of Beskar. At least that worked out. And I was like, oh, who do we isolate? Oh, you need to isolate IG though, because otherwise IG can be a huge pain, just constantly doing annoying things. So just keep him isolated. And we can't crit on Kuil until we kill IG, but we can't kill IG until we have Annihilate. It's a vicious cycle. We just have to live with it. So hitting Kuil anyways, just to prep him, so once we get Annihilate off against IG, then we can just finish Kuil off. So you can see Scion's not really in range to get more banners, and at this point I've kind of forfeited my right to win an efficiency match. I'm like, if I can clear and they can't clear me, then we'll be good. But we... it's a mess. It's a huge mess. So we're using Bad Batch against this crew team. This crew team isn't one you want to mess around with. Bad Batch, well, they're pretty useful against any team that isn't a Galactic Legend, basically. So, yeah, kill that Red Trooper first, and then you can see I'm not even reading abilities anymore, and I'm also not button mashing. I don't know that my moves are optimized at this point, but I am at least learning what my guys actually can do. So being in stealth, this is nice, because as long as we're in stealth, they can't hit me back, which is pretty terrifying. With OG Kylo, should we just call him Kyle? It seems fitting. So, anyways, I don't know why it seems fitting. You guys can tell me in the comments. Does Kyle seem fitting? I don't know if it does. Kylo's fine. Alright, so you use the basic on Echo. That's one thing you gotta learn. You can see my little cursor there. The shield on him, the defense up, means you do true damage when you shoot. So that means you ignore defense. And so, you know, it's nice to have that. But at the end of the day, Echo probably is better off just assigning, you know, giving debuffs and handing turns to people, giving the shield to other people. Got a 54 here. Alright, cool. So we're taking out this top zone. Still have Bossk, still have Nute, and so now I'm like, okay, let's try to take out B1. If we can just snipe out B1, then the rest of this team's going to be good. So maybe Gear 12 Ewoks will work. We're not even going to bother using Elder. Just take my 3 best, including Paplu, because he's kind of tanky. And, you know, Chirp obviously can call the mass assist. We got him down to 25. Super close here, guys. Should have used a basic on Chirpa, because I would have called an assist, potentially. But, as it stands, everyone died. So now we're going to use this Krennic team. People said that I misplayed this. I think I did. I should have used an AoE to do something. I think I could have gotten ability block on Jango or something. People said I misplayed it. I don't remember what they said, and now off the top of my head I don't remember what it is. But TIE Fighter pilot should have targeted someone else and done something different. So, I'm like, we're all basically already dead here, but I guess we'll just try, just in case we get lucky. May as well. So I do have the Zeta on Death Trooper, so that's a thing. But yeah, it's not going well. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll take some protection off of Nute before I die, and then Nute's like, nope, you didn't. Good try though. And then I was like, okay, these guys can maybe do it, because we got Frenzy, we got a bunch of hits with Rolo, and I entered against the wrong team, guys. Oh my gosh, terrible. I had to forfeit because I didn't want to give turn meter to the bounty hunters, so I was like, okay, let's not do that again. We just, like, squandered 20 banners. Like, just horrific. Obviously making mistakes. So we're using bounty hunters to counter their bounty hunters, trying to take out their Boba. The Boba's really the only threat here. The other two are annoying, but you can eventually, if you have Disintegrate, you can eventually get them out. So you can see Aura's not doing too hot, but we can get the Disintegrate on Boba, and now as long as we can heal Aura up a little bit, which we apparently can, now we can just wait for another kill shot from Mando, and we can just take out this team. So a little dicey. You could see Aura wanted to die real bad, or at least they wanted her to want to die, but that didn't happen. It didn't pan out that way. Thank goodness. Take out Bossk, and now Dengar's like, well, this sucks. Maybe my grenades will save me. And in the end, grenades probably never save anyone. I don't know. You guys can let me know. Do grenades save people? They never saved me. Finally got a stun on him. Not that that matters, but it's kind of fun to stun Dengar, because he's always got that tenacity up. Get 32 banners, which, you know, would be a 54 if I hadn't just walked in with the wrong team. And now I'm like, okay, so I have some leftover Jedi. Let's get Barriss and Jolie and everything. And this fight ended up lasting like 3 minutes, so I think I put it on super speed as well. And the idea here is that maybe if Jango doesn't finish one of us off, then Jolie can just revive and we can keep going. And, you know, Yoda can take 2 turns in a row. He can start doing stuff. I was like, ooh, maybe we can take away the turn meter on Jango. And I'm not sure I'm just not sure if this works. So it just says so deal damage. Obviously we can't because he's in damage immunity to target enemy, and deal and steal turn meter. Didn't work out one way or another. Didn't work out. So anyways, they've got extortion going, and I decided I don't know. Maybe I should have been paying it. I paid some of it. I shouldn't have been. Should have just gone with whichever decision I made though. Grandmaster Yoda's dead, but Jolee is a tanky MF. Has anyone said that phrase more awkwardly than I just did? I'm not sure. But I'm like, man, maybe if Jolee gets another couple hits, like, it just takes a lot to kill Jolee, guys. It takes a lot to kill him. So he's about to, he gets another turn, he can revive. I was like, oh, Barriss will come back, but then apparently Jango was the one who finished her off. So that's unfortunate. B2 is still, or B1's still not that close to death. So I don't know, maybe we can just keep this cycle going. We can eventually just whittle him down. Let's get... here's the problem, guys. If we got Foresight up, that would be nice from Yoda. That works great and all. But Foresight, that would be dispelled immediately by being extorted. So, okay, we're trying Cody with my 2 leftover Bad Batch. Omega is actually relicked. I don't know how to use her. I think this is maybe the first time I've ever used her for anything. But I was like, okay, maybe we'll put this target lock thing on, so then she's just constantly assisting, doing bonus attacks. Just gotta kill B1. So Wrecker's close to being able to do his AoE, and once he gets his AoE, then he can maybe just... Oh, and I should have... Ah, that's terrible. I should have targeted someone else. I just noticed that with Cody. I could have stunned Nute or Jango there, but clearly I didn't. But now, Wrecker can actually stun everyone for 2 turns, so he's got it. Maybe we can actually finish off B1, and so that's what I'm trying for. We're getting close, guys. He's close. Very close. We can do it. 18 stacks is all we need. All we need to do is 18 stacks. They're hitting Wrecker. We can do it. We can do it. Come on. Come on. Give me a turn. Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind. I didn't want to kill him anyways. We're good. We're good. Okay, Kira, Veteran Han, and Veteran Chewie are here. Except, oh, wait. Is this Veteran Chewie? No, it's Vander Chewie. Yay. Yay, Xaereth. Oh my gosh. Okay, now here's the awesome part, guys. So I was like, alright, I was saving this for that Darth Revan team, but we're running out of characters that can actually do anything against this comp. So, here's what we're doing. And you guys might have watched the video earlier today. So, you guys can go and watch that if you want. Earlier today, I guess that was yesterday in terms of when I released it. But the idea here is you put... So, Watt has been maligned a lot lately. He got nerfed, and it's sad and everything. You know, you can't deal that % health damage. Or sorry, you can't ignore defense damage here. But the thing is, you can still assign a taunt, and you can still have a character with the weapons tech able to just take out someone who can revive normally. So, Jango here, full health, Relic 7, just gets deleted by Rex because Rex has the weapons tech. So, Watt's not as worthless. That was the whole video was about. And so now we can be along our merry way. I do think that 5s is actually a better lead here because Rex is still gaining a lot of turn meter because of all the different things. That's pretty specific, right? But I do think that 5s would keep Rex alive longer. Rex is still gaining turn meter from his special and from the weapons tech. And then Rex eventually did get his next special and annihilate Nute, who can't revive either, get B1 out, and pretty nice win. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure if that's going to be super, like, if Jango decides to delete Rex, then 5s will sacrifice, and then I think you still might be able to win. It gets a little dicey, though, at that point. So, okay. We've gotten rid of that. Of course, he put both of his 2 best ships down on defense. You know, granted, but we're going to try to clear this bottom zone first, and then we'll go into ships. So, using Nest here, I was waiting this whole time, Nest can do things, though. I mean, here's the thing, guys. ROLO can do a lot of damage, but she does individual hits, and so it just hits. It does one hit on Nest, and then Nest gains bonus protection. And the next hit, and it hits her bonus protection, and then she gets more bonus protection. And if she does like 20 hits on her, the Nest just ends up with like 1 billion protection. So that team was no problem for Nest at all. And here's the thing. Okay, so we're doing a really bad resistance team versus another really bad resistance team. Everyone's got relics, though. Yay, because everyone needs relics to get those galactic legends that you guys saw killing each other earlier. And what I realized initially, so the last time I used Resistance Trooper consistently was with Jedi Training Rey, and with her, he can just spam his special and just be able to do that because he can cycle through that special. But under any other resistance lead, you just want to use a basic, because then you can expose there. You gain turn meter when you expose, and you can just spam turns with him instead. So once I figured that out, then we solved this fight. I mean, it's not like a high-end fight by any stretch, but this one actually. So we don't have Watt. So I decided, I'm like, okay, we've got a Preton, we've got L3, and the veterans and Finn, like the veterans are hitting way harder because of Finn. This is actually a fairly good team. We need to take out veteran Han. We also need to split the damage as much as we can here between L3 and Stormtrooper Han, because they're doing a lot of damage. There's this taunt from Finn, he's hitting us back. It's not fun. We don't want Wampa to take any damage, and so you can see with L3, you want to taunt with her as much as you can. You want to spread them out, though. So you use that middle ability, her first special, whenever you can, because that's a taunt. And then, okay, so Stormtrooper Han is taunting. Let's use a basic on L3 so that she's not taunting. Give her a little bit of a break to let Stormtrooper Han then start taunting. Okay, he's done taunting, so now she can taunt again. And we took out veteran Han in the meantime. And the whole thing is just an apparatus to get Wampa ramped up enough to eventually be able to just take these guys out. So getting rid of veteran Han, huge deal actually. He's the guy. He could potentially, depending on what characters I have left, he could hold the fort against any number of teams. I really actually would love to get a Relic 7 or something veteran Han. They're not letting me though. Instead I'm putting Relic 7 on like Zam, so that's cool. But Wampa just needs a little bit longer, folks. That's all we need. So L3 is still taunting. She's at Mark 3 now, so she's not going to take as much damage, but she can't taunt as often either. Once again, we can do the roar here. It's fun. Take out Finn, and then of course veteran Chewie's gonna go crazy, but it's not enough. Nothing can save you now. I should have done the big hit, the taunt hit with L3 there. That was a mistake, because she could have healed some. Now, I had to make a decision, guys, and so what I did, this is the last good group of characters I had. After I spent Rex and everyone, I was like, alright, probably not taking out that Darth Revan team, even though they don't have Malak. Probably just, hate to say it, but I think we can't full clear. We already squandered enough teams, so instead we're going to use Thrawn with Malak. This is the best characters I have remaining. We just need to get the clear. Well, we need to clear the teams that we can. So, hate admitting that kind of defeat, but as it stands, alright, so I fractured Dooku. I don't want him hitting me back, because he's got all the potency and stuff. Don't want to get stunned. And so I was able to do some good hits on him. Alright, so he's in stealth, may as well just hit Marauder. The idea here is once I get a Force Drain from Malak, we can eventually just take out whoever does not have any protection left. So, hand the turn to Malak. Take out Dooku, because Marauder can hit hard-ish. There's not enough debuffs out there to really make him legendary level. And Dooku could just unlock the whole team if we get the wrong RNG. So, now, Thrawn was just handing the turn to Trooper just so that we could get a little bit more banners back. So it's good to be in the habit. 53 got into Kyber on that last fight, so that's pretty neat of us, I guess. And Darth Revan no longer here. So now we get to face their Gosh, did we just... Okay, we didn't skip anything, but they have their Executor here as well. I think I got the first turn. I think... I don't know, guys. I haven't lost a mirror match yet, even if they go first. People say it's the worst mirror ever. I haven't lost one yet, and I've done, I don't know, probably like 20 so far. So, anyways, I do go first here. So, all you want to do, you want to do as much damage to their Razor Crest as possible, and then when you do get reinforcements, you want to take in IG 2000. Even though Slave 1 is more fun, IG 2000 just does more stuff. He gets that target lock out, he gets a stun right away, he can get breach and everything. So that's the way you do it. At least that's the way I've done it. Got that mark on Razor Crest. Finally, we can heal our Razor Crest because they were targeting him anyways. He was going to die, so may as well. Don't want to hit Slave 1 because you don't want him to hit us back to get target lock. We don't want to work. We have the lock debuffs. They don't have it yet, and if we deny them target locks, then we'll be good to go. So, got rid of Xanadu Blood there. They've got locked debuffs as well. So it's a race. Can we get the explode first? The Death Star is in our favor, and we can move along. Should probably just hit auto at this point. I was tired, guys. This was a long stream. It was a lot of fun, though. You can see we kept the crowd. Still have 150 people watching, so kept it for a while. And yeah, so whew. What a rough match this was, guys. Good theory crafting. Wasted a lot of teams. If I hadn't wasted so many teams, could have done better. So got a 60 there on the mirror match, and then they've got Negotiator. I didn't know they have the TIE Bomber here. I don't know what to do against this. I need to learn a comp that beats this. What I need to do is just start keeping Malevolence on offense is what I think I need to do, guys. So I'll start doing that probably at some point. But because Malevolence just works this comp super easy. As it stands, maybe Rebels weren't the most inspired. People in chat were telling me that Rebels work against it, but it just kind of didn't feel like it to me. So obviously we just got demolished here. Not even close. Just wrecked. So we're gonna take Finalizer here. I'm like, if we can just kill, let's just kill their TIE Bomber if we can. And then I was like, ooh, there's Edda, we could shoot him. And then I realized, let's just kill the Bomber. If we can kill Bomber, then I've got other teams. I have like my Empire team that can finish this off. We can do it as long as we can take out this Bomber who's messing with all of my stuff. This is the thing, guys. I think a lot of the people in the high-end guilds are facing this kind of comp a lot. They know how to deal with it. This is why you want to be in a high-end guild, because I'm missing out on a lot of this, like, quote-unquote, like, cutting-edge comps. Just because I'm in a more laid-back territory war guild, and it's tough, guys. No shade on my guild whatsoever. I love Hoth's Key Patrol, but you need to stay current on these sorts of things, because when you fail, I mean, it can be catastrophic. Now, you can see they have the Undying Loyalty, Unending Loyalty, whatever. It seems like it's never ending anyways. So Poe comes in, of course, gets everyone good to go. At least Bomber is gone, and now Edda is out in the open. We can call the assist, and no! Of course they just put Unending Loyalty on Anakin once again. So get rid of that BS, and we only have 2 ships left. It's not looking great. We're probably going to need to double tap this, so may as well do as much damage as we can. And oh yeah, that's right, we do have Ebon Hawk, can dispel all that nonsense. And what I should have done here is put the tech, use the one that makes it so that Anakin can't have buffs. It's called buff immunity, guys, if you haven't heard of it. Jeez, just not being eloquent now. This is a rough match, guys. It was. People left the stream. I got a ton of compliments on it, for better or worse. I did okay in terms of, like, people enjoyed the show, but man, it was a rough stream. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, we took Consular here just so he could call an assist, and he finally got to. My like Gear 9 Jedi Consular finally got some burn. I bet the last time I used him as a ship was, I don't know, I bet it's been like 3 years. So, I actually finally beat the Negotiator. 34, not great. Would have been a 54 if we had just one-shot it. So, there it is, folks. There it is. Couldn't full clear, and got terrible banners in the process. So, let's switch over. I'll show you guys how the final results were. Yeah, this is my opponent for next time. 900 something K lifetime, so that's going to be a rough one. But as you can see, we lost, and I'll show you guys what happened. You guys can see my defense. It's not going to spend a lot of time because this video is already super long, but you can see, yeah. So one shot everything here. Obviously, you guys saw that, and my opponent was awesome. I asked him to attack before I did my stream, and he did. So, you know, huge props to him. Really appreciate that. I should have mentioned that earlier. Now, you can see he spent a lot of squads here on this Nice Sisters team. So, and that was like the first team he attacked. So, you can see my Vader team. I just did this to mock solo. He got a 49 on that. 49 on the bugs, and then everything else he one-shot here. And then, after he failed on the Nice Sisters, I was like, man, maybe I have some hope. Maybe he'll struggle so much on all the other ones, I'll be good. Then I realized all he has to do, so he's, oh, look at that, he failed on Negotiator. I didn't realize that either. But he one-shot the Malevolence, and so he failed quite a bit on me. You guys saw me. I failed a lot, like an epic amount. So, look at that, we have 0 people watching on Twitch. That's funny, so the bot is still going. So, anyways, he one-shot everything else down here. Couldn't get through my Luke, but because I failed so much, so consistently, so uniformly, guys, he still beat me by like 90 banners. So, huge props to him. He used the right strategy. He beat me. He did still play and cleared me. And I don't know. At the end of the day, folks, I'm not that ashamed of how I did. It's embarrassing. It sucks. I'm not going to get top 10. I hate that I lost to a guild that said, well, I mean, people from that guild came and trolled me. I hate that I gave them, like, joy. Like, I wish we could have just shut them down. But, as it stands, we got them banned, so that's good at least. And, you know, props to my opponent. He played the right way. It was a tough defense. I was ready for it. I played it well. I messed one thing up with the Ray team, and everything just went to hell afterwards. So, let me know what you think in the video, or in the comments below, guys. This has been a really long recap. Man, hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, guys, please, if you're still here, please leave a like or a comment. Both would be great for the algorithm. We've been doing really well lately on it. And sub if you want. I'm wiped out, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Xaereth struggles if it's this match. He prevails, though. In all things, Xaereth prevails. Have a good one, folks.